Hey, great guys, Trippy Reacts here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of the OC Season 2. We're back with the second season after really enjoying Season 1. I think it was a great first season actually into especially a teen drama. I mean, to be fair with teen dramas, like the first seasons are usually pretty great, and then from the teen dramas I've seen at least, it seems to be like seasons 2 and 3 is where it really starts to find its footing. Whereas based on what you guys have said, season 1's kind of the peak, and then it's I don't know about downhill from there, but I'm curious if it just drops off straight away, like you can see the quality drop, or if it's like just not as good as season 1. Because season 1, while I do think it was great, I think you could do better. Like I don't think it was like this masterpiece of a season or anything. So we will see. Maybe up for season 2, 3, or 4. Probably not 4 based on the ratings. Seems like season 4 is unanimously agreed as like the weakest season. But yeah, we're going to do a quick Q&A. We only have 10 questions to get through, so we won't be here too long. And then we'll jump into the tier list where I have 13 characters that we need to get through and rank from my least favourite to my favourite. I mean, if you've seen the reactions, it's probably pretty obvious who my favourites are. But yeah, we'll start with that rainbow girl, Ash. What a name. I swear that is a... I don't know, it looks like a Glee character in your profile picture, but I don't know. It's hard, it's like really small. Who asks, your favourite / least favourite storyline? My least favourite is definitely like the Julie Cooper Luke romance alongside the Oliver storyline. I felt like when Oliver came into it, not initially it was fine, but then when he started to stick around for a bit longer than I thought he should have, that's when I felt like the season started to kind of dip off a little bit for me, so more in the second half, because it was like that on top of the Julie and Luke romance. It just felt like that was when they were kind of not grasping at straws for storylines, but it just felt like the B grade stories compared to what we'd had before. So yeah, that's one of my they were my two least favorite storylines for sure. And then my favorite storyline, I really like the first few episodes of Ryan kind of coming into the family, like trying to figure out if he belongs here, like is he worthy of kind of living here like with this family, and then him, you know, kind of warming to the family and getting more comfortable. Like that I'd say is like, that's like the overarching story in the season, but I think that was the best. And then romance wise, I'd say Anna and Seth. I mean, that they were clearly my favorite romance in the entire season. I really loved those two, and yeah, they kind of fell off, I guess, a bit when they stopped dating. As soon as they stopped dating, it was like she just went off and literally left the show, which is a shame. I felt like there was no need to really do that, but whatever. So yeah, I'd say they're my favourite. And then any Sandy storyline minus one where his mum came back for that episode, that was so pointless. I mean, I'm sure they'll bring it up in season 2, but yeah. Right. Any guesses / presumptions about future events on season 2 or later seasons? Oh, let's get our assumptions in now. Endgames are going to be Summer, Seth, and then Ryan and Marissa, maybe. Summer and Seth, I think, is a given. Ryan and Marissa, maybe not so much, but we'll say they will be. So that's like season 4 storylines. I'm sure they'll have rocky roads trying to get there, but we shall see. I feel like Ryan's left now, so the start of this season's going to be maybe Sandy trying to get him back. Ryan's going to be a bit no about it initially. He'll go back to the OC at some point, I'm assuming. Maybe not for the first few episodes. He's going to be trying to raise this baby, so I don't know, don't know what that's going to be about. We'll see. Julie's going to continue to be a nuisance, I'm sure. Marissa could even go further off the rails than she kind of already has in season 1. Like I could see her go down like even darker paths. Like they would just, she could be like the Bonnie from the Vampire Diaries, like the Bonnie character where they just keep throwing shit at her constantly. It's like, oh, what else can we do to just ruin her life? And that could be that character. I feel like we need a bit more with Summer. Like I know we saw her dad, so I'm assuming we'll get more of her dad as well. And kind of delve into maybe more of her personal life a little bit more other than just the romance with Seth. I mean, I won't say did they break up? I can't come out. I think Seth just kind of left. So he's off doing his thing. He'll be back within the first episode, I'm sure. Luke left, Anna left. I mean, it'd be nice if they came back, but based on comments, I don't think they're going to come back. Unless they come back for like maybe a couple of... I don't think they're going to come back to be like a main character or anything, so that's a shame. And Caleb dies. Caleb dies in a tragic accident. There you go. That might be presumption. Salma asks, who's your favourite slash least favourite out of the core four so far? We'll get to that in the tier list, but I think it's fairly obvious. Actually, maybe my favourite's not obvious. I think my least favourite is obvious, but I think my favourite maybe isn't so obvious. Because I feel like Seth is like the obvious choice, but he kind of annoyed me at times, I'm not going to lie. Kind of a little bit annoying sometimes. Kenza asks, what would you like slash not like to see in Season 2? I would like to see Ryan and Theresa really give it a go. I mean, it kind of seems like that's going to be the case at the end of Season 1, but I don't want... I'm sure Ryan and Marissa are going to have their back and forth, but I don't want that romance. It just... I don't know. Ugh. If she can just... I want Marissa to, like, figure herself out and maybe be in a relationship that isn't Ryan and not Oliver. Like, someone who's actually pretty decent would be nice. Ryan's decent, of course, but it's just we need something different. So, yeah, give Marissa, like, a healthy relationship, and I'm sure that will go wrong at some point, but just something else for her would be nice, other than just trauma all over the place. And Seth needs to grow up a little bit. I like sarcastic Seth and all that, but like we gotta grow up just a little bit. And I get it, you know, he wasn't one to go out and socialise until literally that year, so he's a little bit all over the place. And I'm not asking no one like Seth to change. I want him to still be his little awkward self, but there's some times where you're like, that ain't the one. That ain't the one. As much as you think it is, it ain't. Izzy asks, which character has pissed you off the least? Oh, the least. Damn, who's pissed me off the least? Probably Sandy. Yeah, Sandy. I think like he's probably pissed me off once or twice, but no, because it's between Sandy and Kirsten. But Kirsten didn't tell Sandy about Jimmy kissing her for ages until he literally found out himself. So Sandy, I mean, Sandy did almost cheat on Kirsten very early on. Like that was like one of these very early storylines where it's like Willie cheat on her kind of thing. Thank God they didn't go down that road and they kind of dropped it. But yeah, I'd say Sandy the least. I don't even know what that name is, but do you see the Ryan slash Marissa and slash Seth slash Summer relationship making it in the end of the series? I mean, I guess I kind of answered that already without really meaning to. So Seth and Summer, yes. Ryan and Marissa, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. If there's one out of those two that I think wasn't going to make it, it would be Ryan and Marissa. Eric asks, why do you dislike Julie so much? Julie. Why did I say that word? Julie. I can't remember which one it is. That's got 3 likes. Is that sarcasm? Do people like her? I mean, she's dating Luke, hooking up with Luke, who is her daughter's ex. So that's a little bit wild. Then she's like trying to shove her daughter into a mental institution. You know, I really don't think she needed that at all. I think it's just like a case of being a better mom, being there for her would be kind of nice. I don't know. I just think she's awful person. There's nothing likable about Julie. I think like the show clearly wants her to be the villain of like the main characters. Out of all the main characters, it's like Caleb and Julie are the 2 villains of the, so I get that. But I feel like they could have done that in a better way than they did. Because I felt like the first half of the season, it kind of felt like it was realistic in the sense of like, oh, okay, she's just a shit mum and she doesn't really get it. She doesn't understand her daughter or anything. And then the second half, it just got a bit ridiculous. Like I say, hooking up with Luke was wild. And then, I guess the institution thing was like in the first half. But then Oliver coming around and then Julie not even like realizing what was going on. It's just like so many. There wasn't one moment in the show. I think there was like a couple of moments where they tried to make you feel sorry for her, and for me it just did not work. It's like no, I ain't feeling sorry for her at all. But I guess people like Julie because that's got 3 likes, which is it's the most liked question on the entire list. So I guess people really like her. I'll tell you right now, she's going at the bottom of the tier list, but to each their own. Anastasia asks, if you had the opportunity to befriend anyone from the show, who would you choose and why? Sandy and Kirsten. I'll be hanging out with them every single day. I don't even care. We can do whatever they want. It's fine. And then Ryan. I feel like Ryan will be kind of chill. I mean, he's always getting himself in some drama. So maybe like not the first half of Ryan, like season 1, but maybe the second half. Seth will be fun to hang out with, but I feel like maybe it'd probably get a bit annoying after a bit. Maybe not though. I don't know. Depends what the vibe's like. Summer would be cool. I wouldn't hang out with Marissa. There's too much going on there at the moment. She needs to. There's too much going on. So I'd say Sandy and Kirsten. I'd hang out with definitely. I'd hang out with Ryan for a bit until like the drama starts to follow, and then it's like okay, see you in a bit. Seth maybe for a little bit, and then Summer. Summer would be kind of cool to hang out with. Anna. Anna's like the most chill out of all of them. Anna, there you go, there's your answer. Luke as well. I'm just like naming all the characters at this point, but Anna, Sandy, Kirsten. There you go. Those three. We could all have a dinner. That'd be fun. And then favourite moment / scene from season 1. Favourite moment. I really like that Luke episode. I know it's not my favourite moment, but like the whole Luke episode they had, I think it was like the highest rated episode I gave the season actually. I think it's like episode 14 or something random. Yeah, there are some really great scenes for Luke's character in there. I liked Anna and Seth kind of saying goodbye at the airport. Even though it's kind of annoying seeing her go, but that was a really good scene as well. Some of the Theresa and Ryan scenes were really strong. It kind of stick. Again, I won't say it's one of my favorite moments, but it does kind of stick in my mind, that kind of final scene of that one episode where they found Marissa in the alley and had overdosed, and Ryan's just kind of carrying her, and the episode kind of ends there. I think there's like a bird's eye pull up of him carrying her. I think that's like a really strong scene. Oh, maybe not strong scene. That might be a bit overdoing it, but I don't know. That scene kind of stuck with me, I guess, a little bit. Sandy and Kirsten at the swingers party, that was good fun. That kind of stands out. What else we got? I guess like the Seth and Summer romance for sure, and like the Seth and Anna romance, like all that stuff was pretty. There's like multiple scenes in there that I think really worked. Them going to the casino in Vegas was really good fun. I think they had some good scenes with that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch there. I don't think there's like a definitive my favourite moment. I don't know. There's not one standing out. It's just like a bunch of a load of really good moments, I think. So, yeah, Emily asks, hopes for Marissa in season 2. Like I've said, healthy relationship that isn't Ryan. She kind of figures out who she is. Maybe before that relationship, just kind of she's all good, just focusing on herself. No, I'm sure they're going to do like trauma stuff for her, which I get, but like it's a teen drama. They've got to do that with the characters, sure, but just rein it in a little bit. Rein it in a little tiny bit, I think. And then the final question is from Ash, who asks, which couple is your favourite ship? Can't use Anna / Seth anymore, unfortunately. I can, because they were a ship in season 1. So they are the number 1. But, okay, we'll say without those, Sandy and Kirsten. I mean, yeah. I think Seth and Summer are good. I just need a bit more with them too. And Ryan, Marissa. I'd say, other than Sandy and Kirsten, maybe Theresa and Ryan, honestly. I think that's like, I see potential with that. The only annoying thing with that is they had like one episode where Theresa was in it, and then she'd be gone for 2 episodes, and then she'd come back for an episode, and then she'd disappear again for 2 episodes. It's like, I wanted to just stay in the show. I assume she's not going to be in the entire show, sure, because she's not on like the main posters or anything, but if she can just stick around for a little bit longer at least, I think that'll be something. So, yeah, they're all the questions. The only one I'm a bit confused by is this: why do you dislike Julie so much? Maybe I'm meant to like her. I don't really know. I mean, no opinions exist, I guess. So you're not meant to like any character, you know. But she's going to the bottom of the tier list. I'll tell you that right now for a fact. So don't get upset. You can get upset. You can really honestly get upset. Get upset about Julie being at the bottom of the tier list. Let's do it. All right, let's just get it out of the way then, because we all know where she's going. Trash. Not one redeeming scene, in my opinion. She didn't have one scene that I thought, like, they tried to do the comedy stuff with her. Nope. They tried to make you feel bad for her. Nope. Like, she's dating Luke. She's shit to her daughter. She's shit to Ryan. She's shit to her best friend, Kirsten. She's shit to Jimmy. She's just shit to every character. She's just terrible too. So yeah, she can go to trash. And again, I guess she's meant to be the villain for the most part, but they could have done it a little bit better with balancing that, I think. Because it's clear they also want you to like her in some way. I think that's the issue. Like, I don't think they're trying to make you like Caleb. He's just a knob. But she's a knob and a villain, but they also have like moments where they're like, oh, but you kind of like her, don't you? You kind of do like Julie. And I know some of you are like watching now like, yeah, but I do kind of like Julie. It's like, okay. But for me, that did not work at all. It didn't translate well with what they were trying to do. So yeah, she can go in trash. She belongs in trash. I'm sorry, I'm not, but it's fine. Let's go with Caleb. He can go. Honestly, see, he works a bit more for me because they weren't trying to get you to like Caleb. So to me, it's just meh. I don't like him, but he's an interesting villain, I guess. Like his back and forth with Sandy is always quite interesting. Um, that's really about it. I like it. I like his back and forth with Kirsten sometimes as well. I think they're quite interesting scenes. But yeah, I don't care for his wedding with Julie and all that. So anything else they try to do with him, I'm not bothered. But yeah, he's just like typical villain, season one villain. It's like, okay, cool, do your thing, I guess. So yeah, they're the only two characters I think on this list. I'm just kind of like whatever with. I'm just not bothered. We'll see what they do in season two, I guess. But all right, let's go with Jimmy. Jimmy Neutron. I'd never say he never did anything that really impressed me, to be honest. So he's not like great or anything. I think he's fine, and then he does have some good scenes with Marissa. I don't think he's like the best dad or anything. He's not Sandy, of course, but he's good. He's a way better parent to her than Julie is, so there is that. But it's not hard though. I think I'm a better parent to Marissa than Julie is. I like his romance with Ailey. It's fine. It's not, it's a bit dead. It's a bit dead. I think they kind of half-assed it. They weren't really. Let's just go just good. Honestly, I could go meh. Like, for him, to be honest, he's a bit bland. But we'll go just good. Because he had some good storylines, I feel like. He kind of peaked in the first third of the show, where he had all like the money problems going on. I felt like that was actually an interesting story. So I'm going to put him up there just for that, but then after that storyline, which was about 8 episodes of him, he kind of drops down to there. But that was a good storyline. I think that was like an interesting one to start the show with for that family, not just Jimmy's character, but that kind of family, the Cooper family. It was good. All right, let's go Haley. I'm going to go just good as well, but above Jimmy for me. I feel like she has a bit more personality. I think she's a bit more interesting when she's on screen. Hopefully we get more of her, because again, she's not as bad as what they did with Theresa, but it did kind of feel like she was in it, then she was out of it, then she was in it when she was at the strip club, and then she was out of it for another 2 episodes, then she was back in it again. She was living on a boat. It's just like, okay, can we just have her in the show maybe? That'd be kind of nice. But yeah, she's pretty cool. Need a bit more with her though, I think. Theresa, I really like Theresa. I'm going to go really good. Nothing, not amazing. Again, like I said, she was just kept going back and forth with the character. But I felt like she had chemistry with Ryan. I like that she was kind of that attachment, because Ryan's mum obviously was in that one episode, which I've not added her in the tier list because it wasn't enough. If we did every character that was in just one episode, we'd have too many. But yeah, she's kind of that linked in for Chino. So like Ryan's old life, she's that kind of linked to that. And then we had some other characters in there, like the guy she was marrying, who kind of had that as well. So I like that we kind of touched into his old life. It wasn't just completely forgotten about, and her kind of being like, you got out of Chino, you're living this great life, and I'm kind of stuck here, kind of feeling. And Ryan kind of feeling guilty about that as well, because it's someone that he does care about and that he loves. So yeah, him going back to Chino for Theresa, I'm actually interested in that storyline. I'm curious where it's going to go. I don't think it'll last too long. I think they'll want to get Ryan back to the OC fairly quickly, but who knows? Maybe he'll be in Chino for the whole season. I really don't know. But yeah, I like Theresa. I just want him to commit with her a bit more. Got all them. These are like the mains now, pretty much. Let's go Anna. No, let's do Luke. I'll save Anna. Luke, fantastic. Yeah, I felt like he kind of worked his way up. Like he started in the meh, because it's like, it's just typical bully character. And then they did everything to make him not that typical bully character that's in every show ever. I think that started when he pulled Ryan out of the fire, which was literally, correct me if I'm wrong, episode 2 or something. So they very quickly, was that episode 1 maybe? No, I think it was episode 2. It was very quick though. And then when he when all the cops were there, and then he actually confessed to having a part in it as well, then they very early were like, okay, he's not just going to be that, average bully guy from every show ever. He's a little bit more than that. So, and they kind of committed to that more. Like he still was then a prick from then onwards for a bit, but then he kind of warmed up. And then by the end, where he's like basically Ryan's best mate, other than Seth, of course. But yeah, disappointed that they wasted his character and sent him off. Just like, what a waste. He did so well with his character. He's like one of the more I mean, clearly based on the tier list, one of the more interesting characters of the show, and you just sent him off. It's like, okay, his love for Julie was too strong. He had to leave the show. Ugh, okay, great, yeah. Anna's goated. I don't care. I'm biased to Anna. I just think she's cool. She's just a cool character. I loved her. She was in that one episode, like where they were doing the dance thing, and then she disappeared for like 5, 6 episodes because I guess it was the summer, so like they kind of had that moment. And then when they went back to the school, they kind of that's when they got more involved and had the romance with Seth, which to me was still the best romance of the entire season. So yeah, I really like Anna's character. Kind of like with Luke, I think it's such a shame that they just sent off a character. I think they didn't know what to do with her, but there was also so much you could do with her. You could have had her have a romance with Luke, if anything, other than Julie. You could have just had Luke and Anna kind of explore things. I don't know. That's like a potential storyline. There's one. Oh, her friendship with Summer as well. There was like something going on there. We just forgot about that. Send her off to the airport. We don't know what to do with Anna. Such a waste. Such a waste of these two characters, honestly. But yeah, whatever. Alright, now we've got the real mains. Let's start with my weakest of this group, which is... No, it's not so much. Marissa. Marissa's... she's a hard one. There's sometimes when she's meh, then she's like good. I won't say she's ever really fantastic, so she's definitely below fantastic. I do prefer Theresa. But I prefer Marissa to Hayley, so... I'm not going to go really good though. I'm going to go just good. Yeah. She's just a little bit... She's like kind of boring. Her romance with Ryan for me really doesn't work. It's like very average, but I think the show thinks that the romance is way better than it actually is. I think they think they're like the couple, and it's like, no. They ain't that good. And then it's just like constant... It's not Marissa's fault, I guess. It's the writers, but it's like just constantly throwing trauma at her. Constantly. Oh, she's overdosed. Oh, her mum's dating her ex-boyfriend. Look at her ex-boyfriend. Oh, Ryan's hooked up with this other woman. Oliver's a psychopath. And now she needs to go to therapy. She needs to be hospitalised. And it's just like, oh my God, can we chill out? So, yeah, again, that's not a character's fault, but it's just like, Jesus, can we just give her a bit of a break? I felt like they just wanted to keep doing shit things to a character. So, and yeah, other than that, like main story-wise, I don't know if any of them really, really worked for me. Other than like just the average, you know, her getting on with Summer and friendships with Summer and getting on with Seth and Ryan, little things like that. But no like major storyline for Marissa really, really worked for me. Like the Oliver one didn't work. The romance didn't work. Like I guess her back and forth with her mum was kind of good, but I felt like they kind of faltered on that in the second half more. I don't know. Yeah, she's good, but I just need more with the character. So fingers crossed for season 2 with her. Oh, this is where it gets hard now. I don't know who like my least favourite is out of these 5. That is difficult. I actually like all these characters. That is really difficult. My least favourite out of these 5 characters. Honestly, it's going to be Ryan. Yeah, I think it's going to be Ryan. But he's still really good. I'm going to put him there, I think. Like I said, I think the peak of his story for me was definitely the first third, where it was him kind of getting accustomed to the family and trying to fit in, and like he's always getting into trouble, and Sandy's trying to always get him out of trouble. I think that's where it kind of peaked for me, but because like I said before, his romance for me didn't really work, and then Theresa comes in, and that kind of worked for me. Then you got a whole baby drama going on now as well. I really like his bromance with Seth. I think that works really well, like just them hanging out and playing games, having a good time. I don't know. I feel like there's a good bromance there for sure. And then the kind of last moments between them in the last episode was quite good for that. Again, his back and forth with Kirsten and Sandy works really well for me. His surprise friendship with Luke works really well. Yeah. So I think it's more like the characters around him and his connections with those characters that make him really interesting, because his personal story, I think, was at his best in that first third. But yeah, he stayed pretty... Ryan's very consistent. He's very consistent. He's always doing that. If Ryan ain't doing that, is it even Ryan? Probably not. Oh, God, these 4. I mean, it's obvious who the best one is, so it's between 3. Oh, that's tricky. I'm going to go Seth. Seth's fantastic. We'll put Seth in bad above Luke. He annoys me more than Luke, though. Like Seth is just like, you're an idiot. You're such an idiot. There's so many moments like that with Seth. Like how we treated Anna. Honestly, how we treat Summer sometimes. It's like you are in it. He literally cheated on Summer. Like lest we forget, he cheated on Summer in Vegas. So it's just like there's so many moments where I just look at Steph and I'm like, you're such an idiot. What are you doing? So he needs to kind of, like I say, grow up a little bit, I think, in season 2. And then like sailing off. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a kid. Why are you sailing off being all dramatic? Just chill. So yeah, there's some work that needs to be done, but I don't know. I feel like the OC without Seth really loses a huge part of its charm. Like his sarcasm, when they're around him and like his vibe that he kind of brings to the group, it just works. He bounces off all the characters so well. And again, Adam Brody, I think, does wonders for Seth's character because I couldn't imagine Seth without Adam Brody. He just plays that role so well. Kind of like similar how he plays Dave in Gilmore Girls, but it's just like more of that, I guess. So yeah, really great character. Need a little bit more with him for sure for him to be up and goated for me, but I just can't imagine it without him, to be honest. Then we'll go Summer, who's above Seth for me, just in fantastic. Very likeable. She just doesn't really do much to annoy me. It kind of like she starts and she's like the Brooke from One Tree Hill character, where she's just like typical it girl, everyone wants to be with her, but then of course there's more beneath the surface. So there's a bit cliche with that, with the character, but it always works. I feel like that cliche just always works for these kind of characters. So yeah, really like Summer's character. Again, she just hasn't done much to annoy me. So when we go back to the other question in the Q&A, it's like, who annoyed me the least? I mean, Sandy is still the answer, but Summer will be up there. There's probably some moments again, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Then we've got Kirsten, who's going to be goated. Below Anna, though, for me. Below Anna. She annoyed me a bit more than Anna. But yeah, she's just perfect. She's just perfect. Perfection. Nothing wrong with Sandy and Kirsten just doing their romantic ways. I will say Kirsten kind of got a little bit bland in the final third of the season. Like, where she's just working for Caleb and working for Julie and then just like organising rooms. It's like, okay. But I felt like they just didn't know what to do with that story. I don't think that's Kirsten. It's just like she was still good, but just like her storylines were not, like they just clearly didn't know what to do with her after they did the whole Sandy versus Kirsten court thing going on. Once I got through with that, it was like, okay. And then the best character of the show, I mean, is Sandy. He's just the most likable. He's the most lovable. He's funny. His back and forth with all the characters works so well. He makes an effort with all the characters. Again, then he has his back and forth with Caleb, who he hates, so they're always really interesting scenes. So the only bad Sandy episode, I'd say, was one where his mum came into it, but that wasn't bad for Sandy. I just felt like it just felt really... I think the problem with that episode is I've watched so many episodes recently where it's like the mum just appears and it's like, I'm ill. And it's like, okay, that's the storyline for the episode then. So again, it wasn't the OC's fault because this was done back in 2003 or whatever, but... and even then, Sandy wasn't bad in that episode. It just was like the storyline was like, oh my god, we're really doing this. So yeah, I love Sandy. Go-to character. Don't do anything different with it. I mean, give him development, of course, and give him good storylines. But in terms of his actual character, I hope they don't try and be like, what would happen if Sandy was an evil bastard and they make Sandy like an absolute prig and he becomes a drug lord or something? It's like, what the hell's going on? They might try and do that. So teen dramas will really try anything to be different. So yeah. Definitely the most lovable dad character, alongside Jack from This Is Us. But Sandy's just, like, lovable. Because even Jack has flaws. But Sandy, flaws? Maybe some little ones in there, but nothing major going on. Alright, so that's the tier list. Julie down at the bottom with Caleb, basically. These are, like, that I need a bit more with, for sure. Especially Marissa. They got to do better with Marissa in the season. Ryan, very consistent. Theresa, I really like Theresa. Then the fantastic characters. Again, a bit of a shame with Luke that he's not going to crop up anymore, but whatever. Yep, and then the goat character. I mean, Anna's a little bit biased, like I said, because I just... Character-wise, she's like... I guess she really didn't do much. Her whole character was just like the romance with Seth, but... it's such missed potential. They didn't see the vision. Alright, guys, let's jump into episode 1 of season 2 anyway. Thank you if you do watch the Q&A and tier list. I know on the timeline you can go skip to it if you want, but if you do watch it, let me know your favourite characters as well. What your rankings for these characters would be. You could do like the main 5 if you can't be asked to do all of them, but let me know down below. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at that cinematography. March 15th. It's been over a month since I watched the last episode. Damn.
Wall to allow for more flow.
Great.
18th of April
When
now.
do you think we will have achieved flow?
Starting with Sandy. Good job. The only guy that isn't shirtless, so what the hell?
6 weeks.
Well, in the meantime,
Wow. Because that was safe, wasn't it?
I'll talk to my guys.
Kirsten. Does everyone fancy Kirsten?
and don't ever get married. And if you do, don't ever have kids.
Are you joking, Sandy? You're married to like a goddess. What the hell? What's wrong?
Butterscotch duck. Pass.
Are they falling out?
Lampshade. Truck stop. Stethoscope.
You know, you're doing that thing where you think that I'm ignoring you, so you start speaking in gibberish to see if I'm listening.
You were listening.
The Sandy ways.
I'm distracted by today's paper. Actually, the date of today's paper.
He's gonna come back.
By the time school starts, or by the time Archie finishes the remodel.
Oh, she's still pissed.
I have had enough of your hippie parenting psychobabble.
Oh, so that's the problem. It's not just smothering overprotectiveness that kept them from ever having a friend until Ryan came along. Sometimes the best thing for a kid is to have some space.
The Pacific Ocean.
It's a bit ridiculous.
Bring him home, Sandy.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
What's it been like? Summer, so 6 weeks he would have been gone. It was like the summer holidays in the UK. That's kind of how we measure time. Then how much time do you have off in the US over the summer? Do actually answer that, I'm curious. How much time do you get off in the summer in the US? California! They kept the song, thank God. California. Go on, give me Anna in the opening credits. No. No Anna, no Luke in the opening credits. Brilliant. No Theresa either, so. Oh, look at them going all out with the cinematography. Oh, who's this hunk?
Damn, girl. Break me up a piece of that.
Okay. Is this the love interest of the season?
This is a Newport Beach iced tea. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a little early. For who?
Oh, is this her alcoholic season? Marissa, the alcoholic. But we've done drugs. Let's go down the alcohol road.
Totally. There's a Paul Frank sale there Wednesday. Wednesday, I can't. I have plans with Zach.
Zach?
Plans with Zach, huh? Yes.
Zach!
Built like a beanpole, curly hair. Runs away like a little bitch on a sailboat, leaving nothing but a note for his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
When she decided she doesn't cry over bitches on boats.
Bitches on boats.
Seth. His name. It's Seth.
I know.
If he comes back and like expects her to have waited around for him, then mate.
Never be close to a boy again.
See, look what you done, Seth. Well done. I'm gonna sail off. That is a ridiculous house. It kind of looks disgusting though.
Thanks for the ride.
Oh, don't forget your lunch.
Oh, Ryan and Theresa.
I peeled your orange for you.
Thanks, but
These two just look good together. I know they're not gonna last, but
Maybe tonight we could rent a movie or play pool or something.
yeah, cool. Sounds good. Cheers.
don't fumble this, Ryan. I know you will, but she peeled his orange, bro. Come on.
Maybe she can save her sister from drowning in self-pity.
Caleb looking out the window like every man ever.
I get the feeling that it's been there every week.
Because it has.
We get flowers delivered every week.
Yes, Cal, they're living things. They die.
Water them.
Do you hear a clicking on the phone? Every time I try to dial it, I swear, I hear a clicking.
It means you're being tapped. Your phone's tapped, mate.
Oh, I'm taking Caitlin to go look at new ponies.
What's wrong with China?
It's just not right for a little girl to love a hairless pony.
I know, so sad. So sad and tragic.
We can't claim Caitlin's new pony as a business expense. It's illegal.
Oh, I know. I was gonna put it on the black card. Bye, sweetie.
I mean, she won't do that, and she'll put it on the business card. That's why I work from home, because I can put everything on the business card. Oh, water. Yep, that's on the business card. Boom. Electricity. That's on the business card. Boom, done. Christmas card.
Hello?
Oh my god!
Luke, it's Kirsten.
Luke's
Hey, how's it
alive!
going? How you doing? Although I think I can answer that one for myself.
Yeah. Is he there?
Oh, Seth's here.
Hello.
Seth, it's Mom.
Mom.
Okay, Luke's
Mom?
here. We're good.
Sharp Anglican features, cute little nose.
come home.
Did Ryan come back?
Seth Ezekiel.
Ezekiel? That's a sick name, though.
I hate it there. I'm never coming
Do
back
you?
to Orange County.
And here I was, crazy to think that a simple appeal from a mother to a son might get some traction.
Yeah, well, that is crazy. Bye.
Oh my god,
So
you're being
you're just
such a
gonna hang up
penis. You've got a great mum and dad. You got a great house. I get if you. Oh,
Gave in and called him, huh?
I
He
don't
used to
know.
be such a sweet kid. House just seems so empty.
And yet so full.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Oh, Jim with the
It
beard.
goes fantastic.
Actually,
You
kind of
guys still
suits him.
gonna join me and Haley on the boat for dinner?
He won't talk to me. He won't talk to Kirsten.
Well, maybe there's somebody else I'll talk to.
You? Oh, Marissa, maybe. No, Summer.
Oh, I wanted to make sure you weren't slacking off. Trying to punch you out early. Wish.
Someone poo all over your shirt, mate.
Pretty good. You?
Seth wants to stay in Portland.
School is right around the corner and everybody's digging in their heels.
Oh, they're gonna get Ryan to try and talk to him, maybe.
Yeah, I've always liked Luke. He's like a big golden retriever.
Yeah.
Actually, he kind of is. You and me. Unbeatable combination.
Come on, let's go.
He was pretty mad at me last time I saw him. We haven't talked since.
You haven't talked since.
Teresa's got some tests. I got work.
Well,
Oh yeah, he has a date.
just in case.
They both know what's coming, and we all know. Like, it's just like that waiting for him to go back. Did they have the baby or not, by the way? Yeah. The slow-mo high five. Why? Mini Ryan. That is basically Mini Ryan. What the hell? And he just got ran over and died.
What's that?
Nothing, Sandy.
Just tell her. Yeah.
That's Seth to come home. Seth's still angry. I guess he blames his parents.
For you leaving?
Why does he blame his parents? What the hell? Did Sandy and Kirsten get Theresa pregnant for Ryan to go back? It doesn't make sense.
You should go if you want to go.
It's for them to figure out. It's a family.
You're not part of their family?
Not anymore.
Yes, you are. Don't be ridiculous. You're just trying to keep pushing it away, Ryan. It's not going to work. He'll go. What a douchebag.
Always a pleasure, although, if I may, why are we meeting in a parking garage?
Because my office might be bugged. Knows what the feds are up to.
Why, you've really flipped your
God,
noodle,
the
haven't you?
Sopranos.
Hey, I could be wearing a wire. You never know. Sure you don't want to frisk me?
I don't have time for your jokes. His best friend leaves, so he runs off with another boy and his gay dad. Gotta admit, sounds kind of strange.
Not really. It's just the way you put it made it sound strange.
Either they've realized they got nothing, or they're building one hell of a case. I got a plane to catch.
Send him to prison, I don't care. See if I cry about it.
That looks just like,
Not summer.
Doctor, since your 4th of July blowout? No. She stopped taking my calls, so I stopped making them. Got some willpower because she has a killer rack.
Okay. Let's calm down, Luke.
You guys missed the greatest water ski lesson of all time.
Doubt
That
it.
must have been 300 pounds.
Oh, Luke's all got a girlfriend and stuff. What the hell?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad. What time's dinner?
Half an hour. And we have a guest.
The guest is Sandy.
Hi. Sandy Cohen.
New car? Oh, yeah, my mom gave it to me. It's my getaway car.
Right, okay. Trying to buy her off.
You guys for coming.
Haley is stuck at work, but we're happy to
Oh, Haley's still alive. Wow. All right. We have more characters in this season than I thought. Like, we're only missing Anna, really.
So, you excited about school?
It's gonna be a little weird. I gotta meet all the new kids, and they don't have a water polo team.
Hey,
Oh, I guess when Seth goes back, we're not going to see much of Luke. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up.
be beautiful.
Are you working for the tourism board now?
Watch your mouth.
Why are you being a penis?
You want to be honest?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the spoiled brat who's had everything handed to him, whose parents have been busting their asses to make sure he's happy, and how does he repay him? Porters you home. Like it or not. When you're 18 and you've saved...
If Ryan can survive in Chino, you can survive in the OC.
We invited Ryan into our home. You don't get that choice.
But you didn't even try and stop him. I mean, you didn't even make an attempt.
Oh, okay. Well, we must be watching different shows then,
Ryan
Seth.
had to do what he had to do.
Okay, well, so do I.
He's such a baby. Grow up, man. I get if you're not, like, comfortable in a place you're living in, you're going to want to, like, escape to somewhere else. But it's like, why is he trying to make... I don't know. I was going to say, why is he trying to make it out it's like the worst place ever? I guess he doesn't feel like he has many friends there, but you had Summer, Marissa's still there. You can still see Ryan. It's not like he's gone to the opposite side of the world. He's, I think they said, like 2 hours away or something. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. Again, to repeat, you got two great parents.
Hello? Hello, who is this?
Drunk calling him. They both, he knows. Oh. It's about the most romantic thing they've done. Oh, she knows. I feel bad for Theresa. She just knows everything that's coming. She's just waiting for the pin to drop.
I thought about what you said last night. I don't know what else to do. If this is really where you want to be, I can't force you to come back. When the next time you decide to run away, you might not leave a note. You might not call.
Yeah, the point. I guess.
Thank you.
Still, though, go back. What's the point?
Drag you all the way up here.
It was worth it just to see you.
You too.
You know that I left home when I was your age, and
Oh, did he?
I wish my parents had said to me, "We love you," and the door is always open.
Yeah, I know.
Big man Sandy, or boss dad. Okay, I guess, yeah. Sandy has a point. He could, like, run off again and go somewhere even worse, I guess, so.
I don't work Saturdays.
No, my doctor's appointment.
Right.
You forgot?
No, yeah, I forgot.
She's still pregnant? How long's it been, actually? Again, I guess the entire summer, so you guys can let me know that.
Look, I left Newport to make life easier for everyone. It seems like all I did was make everything more complicated.
That's not on you, though.
That's funny. I thought you left Newport to be with me.
Oh, God.
I did.
But you also said that...
I just gotta make things right with Seth.
Why?
What do you mean,
It's
why?
not like you abandoned him.
You said that they're still his family.
Look, I'm only going to Portland. What, are you afraid I'm gonna lose my construction job?
That's not what she's worried about, mate, but sure. Some reassurance, Ryan, come on.
I gotta run.
So they need to find a balance. He clearly wants to still have them in his life, but he's gone too far the other way, I don't know.
Take your headphones off.
No.
I said take your headphones off.
No. Get wrecked.
I was listening to that, Mom. We were supposed to leave for Cardio Bar 15 minutes ago.
Well, jog on then.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Get wrecked. How's it feel? Being neglected? Okay,
Fine.
we're into the pool, I
I'm
guess.
taking this away and you're grounded. What are you talking about?
Oh, grounded here, what a shame.
Because I will not spend another minute living like this. All summer long, you've ignored me, acting like I don't even exist.
Wonder why that is. Oh my god, karma.
Why do we have to keep doing this?
Oh, Julie, shut up.
Instead of shutting me out, just tell me what's bothering you.
Go
Do
in.
you really want to know
Go
what's
in.
bothering me?
Do it.
Do you?
Go in.
Do you really want to know what's on my mind? Yes.
She's in a Slipknot band, what the hell? A Slipknot band. Okay, right, Jesus Christ. Fair enough. Fair enough. Judy, I know what Judy's thinking right now. Her daughter needs to be sectioned. Oh, jump scare.
Oh, I had a feeling I'd see you here. Thanks.
Sure. Is everything okay?
I'm here to get over
Seth
Seth.
stuff.
Excuse me?
Well, my therapist said the best thing I can do to move on in my life is to divest myself of all of Seth's material possessions.
Summer, for the record, if he wasn't my son, I'd do the same thing.
Fair enough. Oh, that bloody horse. So these two are dating at this point as well in real life. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Got another guest.
Yeah? Who's it this time, my mom?
Ryan. Enter Ryan.
You, I would not have cast.
What's going on, Chino?
What do you guys? You know,
Yes.
good. I'm sure you're probably here to do my father's bidding. But, I don't know. You might as well see her burger, right?
But might as well. It's not like you just flew here.
See you in summer.
Not so good, actually. She'll,
Wonder why
she'll
that
probably
might
never
be.
speak to me again.
Oh, okay, okay. Fair enough. This was self-aware.
No, it's probably best she moves on, though. You did not make me leave Newport, okay? If anything, the truth of the matter is, you probably made me stay a year longer than I should have.
Oh yeah, he did plan to sail away before, didn't he? Yeah.
Seth, I can't.
Neither can I.
Okay, but you can't. Oh my god, Did you get someone pregnant? You got to provide for them, Seth? Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, right, so it's not the same thing.
Done well for yourself. It's everything you always wanted.
Caleb did this, to be fair, but sure.
So what's the matter? What's going on?
Aside from our daughter being the spawn of Chucky and Keith Moon.
She is definitely going through a hard time right now.
It was a wild scene, but you pushed it to this.
The sad part is, it's the most honest conversation we've had yet. Thank God Caitlin's going away to boarding school. This is no environment for a child.
You sending Caitlin to boarding school, oh my God.
Family dynamic. Maybe Sunday dinners you can come over here with,
Haley?
Right.
She definitely remembered her name.
I'll help. The best I can. Okay?
Thank you.
You fumbled Jimmy a little bit. He's looking suave in season 2. Cool.
He's staying. Thanks for asking.
He's staying. Would you like me to talk to him? I can be quite persuasive.
You better rest up.
Oh, well, when you try and blackmail people. Yeah, blackmail people.
Get your house in order. The Newport group, the family. Do it soon.
Come on, Chino. Try and hurt me. Huh? Make me feel pain. Wound me.
Think of all the money and the therapy playing these games.
I think you should still consider therapy.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that.
Wound me.
Hello?
Ryan,
Hey.
What?
What's wrong?
What?
I went to the doctors for the checkup, and they couldn't find a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. I thought this was going to happen.
I lost the baby.
Yep. I thought this was going to happen.
Once this can happen.
Okay.
Yeah, this was their, this is how Ryan, or why Ryan doesn't need to stay.
I think that maybe we should see this as a sign. You know, I think it's a sign.
Damn.
You haven't been happy. The only reason you've stayed is because of this baby.
She ain't wrong.
And now there isn't a baby.
I knew they were going to do this. It was either that or it wasn't his baby. Which, yeah.
Theresa lost the baby.
Oof. That sucks. His baby as well. Or we can assume it was. Is that her mum?
Did you tell him?
He has to go back though still for a bit.
Did he believe you?
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God. Is that worse? I think that's worse. Oh my God.
It's for the best.
It's really not.
You and him.
It's not. That's horrendous. You could have just said, you could have just told him to go back. That's bad. That's not good. Was that the mum's plan as well?
I'll figure something out. What about you, man?
You know. Keep teaching sailing, hang with
That's a
food.
mess. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So he's not going to go back to Theresa, even though she, in his head, just lost a baby. And Theresa lied about their baby dying, so he would go back to the OC. Okay. Oh, come on, you both want the same thing.
You know, they don't even have a water polo team here. That's just gonna be a problem for me. We don't have to hug or anything like that, right?
Yeah, we're going back. I think I'd rather, Theresa have actually just lost the baby. Ryan goes back temporarily, and then he goes to the OC. Like another episode or something, I don't know. Because this just makes Ryan and Theresa both look shitty in my eyes.
So we leave for 3 months, you tear the whole place apart.
You're back?
There's a 2 for 1.
Good, because nobody leaves this family twice.
Well, we'll see.
Thanks.
Didn't Haley leave it twice? I have missed this room, to be fair. We're back.
Get all the way to Portland from Newport in that little catamaran.
Oh yeah, is that still there?
Well, Ryan, sit down, my son. Then I sailed to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, I ran out of snacks. Freaked out a little bit, pawned my boat for cash, took a Greyhound to Portland.
Couldn't fish.
After LA, took a bus. Yeah. I think we're definitely gonna have to come up with a better story for school, though. I took the boat sank, saved by a mermaid.
A mermaid, yeah.
And
And we're back. Yeah. Alright, there we go, guys. That is episode 1 of the OC Season 2. Very good first episode, actually. I enjoyed this one, minus some of the story choices at the end there. I like that we got to sort of see Luke in the episode, like Seth kind of living with him. I just want to read this. So his best friend... Oh, wait. Ryan is so nasty. Like, he should have went to Theresa to check if she was okay. She was still his friend. He was so ugly for that. True. At least there wasn't a horrible tragedy, like a car accident or something. That would have been very One Tree Hill-esque. And if Seth was missing Ryan so badly, he could have went to Chino. And he could have stayed in the OC and went to Chino. Agreed. And I felt it when Marissa started screaming and throwing the pool furniture. That's how I feel right now, too. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, Ryan is nasty for that. Like, she's bad, like, kind of pretending that the baby has died. I think her mum has kind of pushed her to do that. That's kind of the impression I got. And trying to push him to go back to the OC because it's clearly what he wants. But it's like, you could have just had an honest conversation about that. Like, neither of them were willing to sit down and just talk about what was going on in each other's heads. It felt like it was just like, oh no, we'll go to the absolute extreme. The baby's dead. Stay away from me. God, it's like, oh, okay, Jesus. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of how they went about that. I think they should have had her lose the baby, sure, because that was like their only, get out of jail free card for Ryan to go back. So she loses the baby, but Ryan goes back and stays with Theresa for like another episode or two. Then you kind of see them not working out, and then he goes back and she like convinces him to go back and says, it's what you clearly want and all that stuff. That I would have been fine with, but the way they've gone about it, it paints Theresa in a bad light and it paints Ryan in a really bad light. Like, imagine the person you've just been with for months, like over the entire summer, and who you've been with before, and like that comment said, are still really great friends, has just lost both of your baby, in his eyes, lost the baby. And he's just like, literally the scene after he finds out is like, so Seth, I reckon we should go back home to the OC and just have a good old time. Let's go to school and play video games. It's like, bro, what? So that ain't the one from Ryan. Not even close. That's actually horrendous. Can you imagine doing that? That's so bad. That's so bad. I assume we'll find out at some point that she lied about that. So, but that'll probably be like later down the line. So, yeah, I was all right with Ryan up to that last kind of 5 minutes. Seth was kind of annoying me. I kind of get it. When he mentions it sometimes, I kind of get it. Sandy was great. Kirsten was great. Marissa, I mean, kind of letting out that scream. There's a little bit of a goofy scene, but I think the idea of it's like kind of... It felt like the actress was holding back a little bit, if anything, with the scream. I don't know. I like the idea of the scene, but if the idea is, I guess, like the actress wasn't maybe 100% comfortable doing it. I don't know. I could just be making stuff up, but that's the impression I got. Like, she's holding back on the screen just like a little tiny bit. And some of it was pretty good as well. So, yeah, overall, pretty good episode. I would have given this maybe an 8, but the last kind of 5 minutes kind of annoyed me, 5-10 minutes. So we'll go, it has a 78% on track. I'm going to say that's pretty spot on. So we'll go 7.8 out of 10 for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. Patreon is linked down below. If you do want to join us over on there, we should be about halfway through season 2 by the time this one is on YouTube. And I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.